Namaste and welcome to Mindfully Yoga. My name is Ryan. Welcome to your Vinyasa Yoga Flow practice. Before we start the practice, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel Mindfully Yoga, as your support provides me the motivation to continue doing what I'm doing and share my love of yoga with the rest of the world. So let's get started. Making your way into a comfortable seat. And as usual, we'll start by centering ourselves at the beginning of the practice. So you can either sit cross-legged or kneeling down with your glutes onto your heels. Let's place our hands where they feel the most comfortable and begin to close our eyes. Once you close your eyes, beginning to draw the shoulders away from the ears. And for the next few moments, simply bringing awareness to our breath. Noticing your inhales and exhales without trying to change the breath in any way. And after your next exhale, softly opening your eyes. Take a big inhale, reach your hands towards the sky, interlace the hands. Now place the hands behind your head. Elbows fan out to the opposite sides of the room. With the inhale, sit tall. With the exhale, twist to your left side. So your left elbow is going towards the back of the room and the right elbow towards the front. Hold here for one more breath. Now come back to center. This time, bend the right elbow towards the right hip. We're taking a side bend. So the left elbow is now going towards the ceiling. And notice the stretch in the side body. Come back to center now. And this time, let's take a side bend to your right hand side. Sorry, to a twist. So the right elbow towards the back of the room and the left elbow towards the front of the mat. One more breath here. Come back to center. Left elbow drops towards the left hip. As the right elbow goes towards the ceiling. One more breath here. And now come back to center. Let's bring the hands down and separate the legs, placing the feet together into butterfly. Hands are going to wrap around the feet and visualizing the knees dropping away towards the ground. So let gravity do its own job. Draw the shoulders away from the ears on the inhale. On the exhale, begin to fold forward. Forehead goes towards the toes. The purpose is not for the forehead to touch the toes, but just folding forward. So I do a lot of work with little children. I teach yoga to 4 and 5-year-olds. When we do this, I tell them to go and sniff their socks. And they quickly put their head down and they go, Ryan, it smells yucky, which is quite funny, quite cute as well. And then slowly come back up, straighten the spine. Let's come into all fours, making your way onto your hands and your knees, bringing the wrists below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. Now, a few rounds of cat-cow here. On the inhale, the tailbone will lift. You crack the chest open. On the exhale, round the upper back, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, lower belly drops. Exhale, push the mat away. So let's do this movement a few times and observe the tilting of the pelvis as we go through our cat-cow movements. Observing the breath. Let's do one more round here. and then come back to center to all fours, arriving in a flat back or as flat as possible. Beginning now to extend the left leg towards the back of the room. Right hand goes towards the front. Now turn the right palm to face the ground and bring a bend into your fingers. On the next inhale, we're going to touch the fingertips and the top of the left toe onto the mat. On the exhale, we're going to lift up again. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. 1 more rep here. Inhale, exhale. And then come back to all fours. 1 round of cat-cow here. On the inhale, belly drops. On the exhale, round the upper back. Come back to center now. Let's extend the right leg towards the back now. Hips square, toes point to the earth. Extend the left hand towards the front. So turn your fingers like into a claw and then let the fingertips of the left hand and the big right toe touch the mat. Lift up. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. 1 more rep here. Inhale, exhale. Come back to all fours. Now walk your hands half a palm length forward. Tuck your toes and meet me in down dog. Feel free to adjust your down dog as you see fit to feel at home here. Invitation to bend your knees if the heels don't reach the floor. And pressing your finger knuckles into the mat, spread the fingers out wide. And once you get a grip of the mat with your hands, pushing your chest or your ribs towards your thighs. 1 more breath here. Now slowly walk your feet all the way towards your hands. Come into a forward fold. On the inhale, glide your hands on your shin, halfway lift. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands go towards the sky. On the exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Let's step back to high plank. And then from our high plank, we go into chaturanga, hug the elbows into the ribs. Can always drop the knees onto the ground, upward facing dog. I will meet in downward facing dog. Now on the next inhale, take your right leg towards the sky. On the exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Come into runner's lunge. From here, come to rise up into high lunge. We want the right knee to be above the right ankle. Square the hips towards the front, right hip back, left hip forward. Now draw your ribs in and your lower belly in. Lift and reach with your hands. Let's wait here for another breath. Place the hands to heart center, palms touch. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Inhale, fill up. On the exhale, lift the left leg off the mat. We want to come into warrior 3 now. So square the hips and let the toes point to the floor. Please don't worry about the height of the leg. 1 more breath here. Let's land the left foot to the back of the mat again. Left palm on the ground, right hand to the sky. Into a twist. So the arms in line with each other. You're welcome to look at the fingertips of the top hand or towards the right hand side of the room or the space that you are in. Return the right hand to the mat. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Hands will go towards the sky. This time, low lunge. Engage the upper ribs, please, as you lift and reach your hands towards the sky. Let the tailbone descend towards the floor. And find your gaze, your drishti. Let's wait here for another breath. Place your hands down and lift the back knee off the mat. Come into runner's lunge. Step back to high plank. And then take your flow here, with or without the knees on the ground. Low plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On the inhale, left leg to the sky. On the exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Transition to high lunge, look straight ahead. Take your hands towards the sky. Like we did last time, we want to make sure that the left knee is above the left ankle. As the hands reach up to the ceiling, we want to draw the ribs in, draw the lower belly in. Gently square the hips here. Left hip back, right hip forward. So the hips are in line with each other. Bring your hands to heart center. Fill up on the inhale. On the exhale, let the right leg fly off the mat, coming into warrior three. Square the right hip here to minimize the external rotation and let the toes point to the floor. One more breath here. Now let's land the right foot to the back of the mat. Right hand to the earth, left hand to the heavens, coming into a twist. You're welcome to look to the left side or lift the left side of the chest towards the sky and look to the fingertips of the left hand. So choose the option that works the best for the neck. Return the left hand down and then return the right knee to the mat. Untuck the right toes. Let the hands sweep to the ceiling or the sky, coming into low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Press the top of the right foot into the mat. Drawing the ribs in, drawing the lower belly in. One more breath here. Hands come down and we're going to meet in a high plank this time. And going through our flow, or you may choose to skip the flow and go straight to downward facing dog. One more breath here. On the inhale, right leg to the sky. On the exhale, step the right foot through between your hands. Return the back knee to the mat, untuck the toes. We're going to straighten the right leg now. So the right knee is straight and the left hip is above the left knee or thereabouts. You might be able to put your fingertips on the ground or the palms. If neither of them touch the floor, place your hand onto your hips. That's okay as well. Or you can sweep the hands to the back. Invitation now to flex the toes towards your face for a deeper stretch in your calf and hamstring. One more breath here. Return the left foot to the mat. Tuck the toes on the back leg. Lift the back knee. Let's go into splits. Walk the hands past your right foot. Left leg lifts. We are looking towards the back of the room now. And the crown of the head is going towards the ground. Waiting here for another inhale and exhale. Place the left foot next to the right. Meet me in chair pose. So with chair pose, we are aiming for a flat back and letting the tailbone descend towards the ground. Knees are in line with each other and your biceps will frame your ears. Hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. On the inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, fold forward. Step back to your high plank. And then take your flow here, with or without the knees on the ground. High to low plank, chaturanga, cobra or upward facing dog. We will meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes, straighten the left leg, half monkey stretch. And a reminder, you have several options here. Fingers or palms on the ground, or you can choose to place your hands on your hips or sweep the hands to the back. Wherever you are, invitation to Flex the toes towards your face to feel that deep stretch in the calf as well as the hamstring. One breath here. Transition to splits. Come into runner's lunge first and then lift the right leg off the mat. Reminder to minimize the external rotation of the right hip. Let the right toes point to the floor and the crown of the head descending towards the earth. One more breath here. Right foot is placed next to the left as we come into chair pose. Pushing the hips towards the back of the room and making sure the knees align with each other. Pull the pelvic floor up. One breath here. Hands to heart center as we fall all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fall forward. Step back to high plank. And then take your floor here. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, will meet in downward facing dog. Finding your way into a seat and extending the legs towards the front. We're going to go into half floor of the fishes. Take your left ankle, cross it over the right knee. Right hand is going to wrap around. Left hand goes behind you. Now you can sit tall here. If you like to twist a little bit deeper, engage your upper back. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, look towards the back of the room. Turn the chin towards your left shoulder. Come back to center. Now take the left foot, place it on the inside of the right thigh. Left knee drops to the ground and the right toes are active, pointing to the ceiling. On the inhale, lengthen the trunk. On the exhale, fold forward. Seek the outer edges of your right foot. If the hand doesn't get there, it's okay. We just simply bend the knee to place our hands around our foot. Begin to straighten the spine and lengthen the left leg. This time, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Left hand wraps around, right hand goes behind you. Again, you're welcome to twist deeper if you like by taking your gaze over your right shoulder towards the back of the room. Now let's turn the body to face the front again and place the right foot inside of the left thigh. Right knee drops towards the ground, sit bones grounded. On the inhale, lengthen the trunk. On the exhale, level to spine, begin to fold forward. One more breath here. And now straightening the spine. Lengthening the right leg now and coming to lie down on the mat. Our first pose on the mat is going to be bridge pose. So let's bend the knees and place the feet onto the mat. Brush the back of your heels with your fingertips so the heels are close to the hips. Now place your hands by your side. And then we want to press into the palms and the heels, lifting the pelvis towards the ceiling. When we lift the pelvis, we want to make sure that the glutes are engaged. So squeezing the glutes towards each other. At the same time, drawing the lower belly in as well. Chin slightly tucked in, yet away from the chest. And just a few steady breaths here to round out our practice. And now slowly come down vertebra at a time, taking your time to get there. Going to recline pigeon, left ankle on the right knee, hands interlace behind the right knee or around the right knee. Pull the right knee towards your chest and soften through the shoulders. Return the right foot to the mat. Let's swap left foot onto the earth, right ankle on the left knee. Begin now to interlace the hands behind the left knee or somewhere around the left knee. Try to keep your lower back or your sacrum on the mat and then enjoying the stretch, noticing how it feels in the body. Placing the left foot on the mat, followed by the right foot. Moving into Shavasana or rest and relaxation, letting the feet find the corners of the mat. Hands come to rest by your side, palms face the ceiling in a gesture of receiving from the universe. I will wake you up when it's time. Close your eyes and enjoy Shavasana. Wiggling your fingers and your toes as awareness returns to your consciousness. Moving and stretching in ways that come naturally. And rolling over to one side. using your arm as a cushion under your ear. As you offer yourself words of kindness and self-love. With your eyes closed, coming up into a seat. Hands come together, palms touch. Thumbs press against the sternum. One soft inhale, followed by one soft exhale. We'll bring the thumbs to third eye center, to your lips, and to your heart. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Wherever you're in the world, have a great morning, amazing afternoon, or an awesome evening. I will see you soon on the mat. Namaste.